And what is up, everyone on YouTube? Mark Gaming 2794. I don't usually do these videos after the NASCAR races, but I felt like this time it was warranted. Last night had the NASCAR's Monster Energy All-Star race. Well, what was Monster Energy? Now it's just the Cup Series All-Star race at Texas. Yikes. First off, wrong track, because it was at a track that really just couldn't pass because of the car and the track, everything, which quite honestly I don't think you can blame the car, because the car has done a great job as far as the racing this year. The track, though, provided basically with no room for passing because of the grooves and everything. We had 3 lead changes among 4 different leaders. Let me say that again. 3 lead changes over 4 different leaders. Ryan Blaney led the final 87 laps. I'll get to his side of things in a second. There's a lot about him. But Ryan Blaney led the final 87 laps of the All-Star race at Texas. Now, granted, he may have had a fast car, and there were cars that were taken out. I will get to that issue in a second as well. But seriously, the final 87 of 140 laps was led by one driver. That is not racing. That is called domination. That is not what an all-star race is supposed to be about. Now, getting to the issues at hand. First off, a lot of tire failures. That should not be happening at Texas. Second of all, a multi-car wreck took out a lot of good cars because of a tire failure. And quite frankly, I'm going to be honest, Ross Chastain's car was lucky. Ross Chastain was lucky his car didn't flip over when he got into Kyle Busch. So, NASCAR safety needs to take a look at that. But perhaps the biggest issue at hand is what happened coming to what was going to be the checkered flag at the end of the All-Star race, when the supposed caution comes out right before Ryan Blaney gets to the checkered flag, within a few hundred feet of the checkered flag. Actually, I think the commentators only said 50, but I think it was closer to a couple hundred. Regardless, it was within a couple hundred feet coming to the checkered flag when NASCAR decides to throw a caution when Ricky Stenhouse Jr. hit the wall. Everyone had already gone by him. There was nothing in Ryan Blaney's way. There was nothing in anyone else's way coming to the finish. Why does NASCAR throw the caution in the first place? Don't know. According to Scott Miller, according to Scott Miller, who is one of the tops in NASCAR, and this was tweeted by Bob Pockras, he quoted as saying NASCAR got a little trigger happy on the caution lights, and therefore that's why the caution came out coming to the checkered flag, which quite possibly could have, and they're very lucky it didn't, but it quite possibly could have screwed Ryan Blaney out of $1 million easy win. And honestly, had Ryan Blaney not gone on to win the race, NASCAR would have had a big ride on their hands, because that is one of the most asinine calls I had ever seen in terms of a NASCAR race ever. Like, NASCAR has got to step up and fix a lot of issues. And first off, they need to fix the situation I just said with the caution coming out. Second of all, Texas no longer needs to be the All-Star race. I understand they're trying to find more tracks to race at for the All-Star race. I get it. They're trying to be different. But it's time we go to a different track. If you're really wanting to be different, let's go to a different track. How about the Bristol Dirt race that you guys have every single year? Why not just make that the All-Star race? The heat races are used to see who qualifies for the real race, for the points race. Use that for the All-Star Open. Then you got 250 laps, which quite possibly you could possibly short it to 150 to 200 laps for the main event. Problem solved. Just saying. Anyway, last night's race, totally unacceptable in terms of a NASCAR standpoint and in terms of a fan standpoint. And I'm very curious to see how NASCAR will deal with this going forward, and what they will decide in terms of the All-Star race. And we'll see what happens from this point forward. But until then, guys, this is Mark Gaming 2794. If you agree or disagree with what I have said and want to express your opinions about what NASCAR needs to do to fix this so it doesn't happen in the future, please let me know in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to check out my Twitch at www.twitch.tv/mark_gaming2794. Would love to have you on board and get to watch my Twitch. I will post that in the description as well. Until then, guys, Mark Gaming, we'll see y'all later. Peace out.